This video is for Elizabeth Kruger. Elizabeth, this is Dr. Flint giving you a critique on your video assignment from week 2 of the Communication and Change class for sustainability. Elizabeth, I want to start off by saying I was very impressed with how you engaged your audience. You saw that as a pretty good part of the video assignment and you ran with it. So you had a nice greeting, and it was sort of one of those friendly greetings, so I would assume that your audience, you kind of know them in that social capacity, that you felt like it was okay to just say, hey Julie, Gil, Lorenzo, and I think that worked for the audience that you kind of pretended to have in front of you when you videotaped yourself. It sounded very conversational, and I would imagine if these folks were your friends that they would just instantly kind of connect with that greeting. You also did a great job of engaging their individual points. So it was clear to me that you had done your research about your audience and what they expected or understood about sustainability. I thought that was excellent. And unfortunately, that first video that you sent me got cut off just a little bit. So I did maybe miss a few points that you were trying to make there. But I did notice a couple of things that I wanted to give you some more feedback on. First of all, it did appear as though you were reading from your script, but you did a great job of balance between looking at your script and kind of looking up as though you were talking to somebody who might have been in the room, hypothetically. So that was great. You also kind of mentioned some things like product manufacture, social issues, who we vote for, which I found to be really quite fascinating when it comes to the topic of sustainability in general. So overall, while the video itself was really short, it definitely made a point, which I found to be pretty fantastic. Probably the best piece of advice that I can give to you, Elizabeth, is to really work on giving very practical suggestions. So what you did in your video was excellent in engaging your audience in what they had said, but then kind of leaving it out there for them to guess how they can take care of the planet, for example. So rather than that, knowing Julie, Gil, and Lorenzo as you do, maybe you know a little bit about what they do already, and so you can applaud their efforts in that area, and then build on that by explaining, here's how this is a social issue, and here's how you can get involved with this social issue if you so choose. And again, I liked your point about who we vote for matters on these issues, and so if it's somebody that you know is very politically minded, that might be a way to engage them in understanding their contribution to sustainable resources, sustainable lifestyle. Picking a politician does indeed matter with this concern. So in general, obviously you can see your grade online. It is 20 out of 20, and that's because this was meant to be a first attempt at these video projects. As you can see, as I know you've looked at the syllabus and we've had a face-to-face discussion already about the expectations for the remainder of the semester do include other video projects. So I'm excited to see what else you come up with and what else you show online through these video projects. Had I been actually grading this and the breakdown according to the rubric and the syllabus, I would have given you a 5 out of 5 for staying within the time limit, and in fact I would encourage you to try to go longer in your delivery of your own message. A 3 out of 5 for developing your argument, and I would say definitely that those practical examples would help just a little bit more to give more information there. And then a 10 out of 10 for engaging your audience. Again, that was the most impressive part of your video, was how well you knew Julie, Gil, and Lorenzo and used them in your presentation. So outstanding job overall, and again that total, if you're doing the math, would have been an 18 out of 20, but since again this is the first go round for you, we give you a 20 out of 20. Nice job, Elizabeth. I look forward to seeing more from you.